Another wedding is looming within the British royal family, and this time, Prince Edward plays a central role. Discover the inside story of this historic event, the family's secrets revealed, and the behind-the-scenes story of a union that could redefine the British monarchy. An exclusive, captivating, and never-before-seen report. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with royal secrets. Leave a comment to share your thoughts, and don't forget to like and share this video with those who enjoy the secrets of power. Another royal wedding is about to rock the hushed halls of Buckingham Palace, and this time, it's Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex, who finds himself at the center of attention. Rarely featured in the media as much as his brothers Charles or Andrew, Edward, the youngest of Queen Elizabeth II's sons, will nevertheless play a decisive role in this union, which is already generating much speculation. This marriage, as discreet in its preparation as it is exceptional in its implications, could redraw the emotional and institutional map of the British monarchy. As the British royal family attempts to restore its image tarnished by scandals and family dramas, this new event comes as a promise of renewal, cohesion, and, perhaps, reconciliation. It all began in an atmosphere of apparent calm, away from the spotlight. For several months, rumors had been circulating in London's well-informed circles, suggesting the preparations for a secret royal wedding. While the names were initially only whispered, it was Prince Edward's central role that attracted attention. At 61, the Earl of Wessex had remained in the shadow of his brothers, but his dedication to royal duties, his discretion, and his sense of duty had made him a respected figure within the court. The announcement of a marriage in which he would be one of the pillars was intriguing. Was it one of his children? Or was Edward himself about to renew his vows in a highly symbolic gesture? Attention quickly turned to Lady Louise Windsor, his eldest daughter, a discreet but highly regarded young woman, admired for her natural grace, intelligence, and loyalty to the crown. Lady Louise, 21, has recently been the center of increasing press interest. Unlike many young members of European royal families, she grew up away from the spotlight, receiving a classical education, straddling tradition and modernity. Her attachment to her grandparents, the late Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, has often been highlighted in the media. Recently, leaked photos showed her with a mysterious young man, unknown to the general public, but whose closeness to the young woman leaves little room for doubt. The tabloids spoke of a secret fiancé, a suitor chosen by the heart, not by protocol. This detail alone would be enough to trigger a wave of national interest. What is unique about this announcement is the direct involvement of Prince Edward in the preparations. According to several sources close to the palace, the Earl of Wessex is particularly involved in this wedding, personally ensuring that everything runs smoothly, from the choice of venue to the approval of menus, including the selection of guests and coordination with the security services. An attitude that some interpret as a strong paternal desire to protect his daughter, while others see it as a symbolic maneuver aimed at recalling the essential place of the Windsor branch in the British monarchical structure, at a time when it is weakened by internal conflicts. The family context is indeed tense. Tensions between King Charles III and Prince Harry have not abated, and the monarchy's image has suffered from successive revelations, sensational departures, and serious accusations. Organizing a wedding in such a delicate climate is a risky gamble. Yet, Prince Edward seems ready to take on this challenge, convinced that this moment of shared joy can bring some light back to the royal family. Especially since, according to some indiscretions, King Charles himself gave his blessing to this union, hoping to set an example as a loving father and uncle, capable of putting family unity before media squabbles. The mystery surrounding the future husband's identity further adds to the public's interest. Everything suggests that this marriage will not follow traditional codes. If persistent rumors are to be believed, the young man is not from the nobility, but comes from a modest background, perhaps even alien to British aristocratic culture. A bold choice, reminiscent of Meghan Markle's, but without the controversies that followed. Lady Louise, for her part, seems determined to follow her own path, and this is precisely what fascinates and intrigues. Through this marriage, she embodies a new royal generation, freer, more connected to reality, without denying her roots or her duties. Prince Edward, for his part, embodies the bridge between two eras, that of a rigid monarchy, steeped in symbols, and that of a rapidly changing institution, forced to modernize in order to survive. By openly supporting his daughter, he sends a clear message: family comes before dogma, and royalty can become more human without becoming fragile. This stance could well strengthen the popularity of Edward, often perceived as a discreet but deeply human man. He has never sought the spotlight, preferring to work in the shadows, but this time, he agrees to place himself at the center of an event that could influence the very future of the monarchy. The ceremony's unfolding is already under intense scrutiny. While some are suggesting a grand ceremony at St. George's Chapel in Windsor, others are imagining a more intimate celebration, perhaps at one of the couple's second homes. This symbolic choice will reveal the newlyweds' intentions, to perpetuate a royal tradition or break away from it to forge their own path. The invitations could mix aristocrats and ordinary people, members of Europe's elite and everyday figures, in an unprecedented gesture of openness. The music chosen, the outfits, the speeches, everything will be observed, commented on, and dissected. The smallest detail could sway public opinion. But beyond the pageantry, this marriage is above all a matter of heart, commitment, and continuity. In an era where royalty is regularly called into question, the symbolic power of a young woman of royal blood choosing love beyond convention resonates strongly. And Prince Edward's role in this affair reminds us that, even at the top of the hierarchy, family ties remain paramount. Could this marriage be the starting point for a gentle refoundation of the British monarchy, closer to its people, more in tune with the times? Time will tell. But in the meantime, the world's eyes are on the Earl of Wessex, the discreet man who has become the pillar of a historic event. As the veils of mystery begin to lift, one question is burning on the minds of all observers: can this marriage really change the destiny of the British royal family?